Another week, another Washington Commanders victory, and another NFC East divisional rival paying their respects and glazing our quarterback. If you don't want to take my word for it, here goes the words of All Pro and the two defensive leaders and faces of the Dallas Cowboys defense, Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs.
He's tough. We're going to have some problems with him.
He's the first player in NFL history to have over 1,000 passing yards, 250 rushing yards in his first 5 career games. If he continues the pace and run he's on, he definitely has a great chance. The fact that he was able to do what he did against that Cleveland defense is extremely impressive. A do-it-all moment for me would be if he went out there and dominated against the Baltimore Ravens next week. That would be huge.
I for sure think it's going to get done. Like, I think he can do it because he got that swag to him. Like, he got that confidence. Like, I know I'm like that, you know? And I feel like, you know, that come a lot from Q too. Like, you know how Q had us. Q had us with our confidence, like, through the roof. Like, he's going to have you ready to play. You're going to be ready to play. You're going to be ready to crash through a wall playing for him.
That boy tough. That boy got it in him. I think he's going to get it done. I think that's what they're going to do. This is Trevon Diggs commenting on whether Jayden Daniels can do his shit against the Baltimore Ravens, whether Jayden Daniels should be in the MVP conversation already. This is coming from the two best players on that Dallas Cowboys defense, two all pros, Pro Bowlers. This is coming from a cornerback that has about 20 interceptions in his career so far, and a guy who should know this team very well. He grew up in Gaithersburg, Maryland, went to school in Wheaton, Maryland. That's a DMV boy through and through. Him and his brother, Stephon, both in the news for very different reasons. But this is coming from the best of the reigning division champs in the division. And people keep telling us, y'all are sizing what Jayden's doing. He ain't even running a full NFL offense. He's a run-first quarterback. He's a one-read guy. Now, it's mostly Chicago Bears fans crying, but we got Eagles fans who already see the vision because Jayden Daniels right now is already a better thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts. But those are tears that you hear coming from teams who either weren't able to get Jayden Daniels or teams who don't want to see Jayden Daniels. Take it from the pros. I did a video last week because last week on this same podcast, Darius Slay came on here saying very similar things, and Trevon Diggs stamped home the point. They both know that boy is different. They both know that boy number 5 in Washington is different, and number 5 gives the team a chance to win no matter who is lined up across the field from him. Trevon Diggs said word for word, that guy is going to give us some problems. He's going to give us some problems. They're going to lose some sleep and have some headaches when it's time to game plan against number 5. I mean, they're starting. He's 5 weeks into the season, and they're starting to LeBron him. They're starting to come up with new stats just so he could break new ground and blaze a new trail each week. And I'm here for it because Washington deserves a fucking transcendent player like Jayden Daniels. I watched on multiple networks today because I'm back interested. I'm back locked in on what they're talking about on NFL Network, CBS Sports, ESPN. So today on ESPN, they had a conversation. Is Jayden Daniels the best quarterback in the NFC East? They asked Jeff Saturday, looked him in his eyes and said, would you take Jayden Daniels today or Jalen Hurts? And you know what he said?
Who has a better quarterback?
Between
Eagles
Hurts
or the Commanders?
the Commanders.
Taking the Washington Commanders quarterback. I'm watching Good Morning Football this morning on NFL Network. The conversation, is Jayden Daniels the MVP candidate a real thing or not? 5 weeks into a rookie conversation, and this is not hate. I love Caleb Williams. I think Bo Nix is going to be a fine NFL quarterback, and I really like Drake May, who's finally going to get the start this week. This is no shade towards any of them. I like the other quarterbacks in this class. But, boy, I love ours. I love our guy. Jayden Daniels is just that fucking different. The fact that he is leaving shit on the field and still frying on Sunday. Jayden could have, should have, and would have had 5 touchdowns on Sunday versus the Cleveland Browns. He didn't see all the reads. They were getting to him early, and he's a rookie. He's going to get to these things over time. Y'all are watching the worst version we're ever going to see of Jayden Daniels, and he's still giving it to your football team. He's still frying. We are the number 1 scoring offense in the entire NFL. I don't think we've ever been so in entire 32 years of life. Almost 33. Ain't never been a number 1 scoring offense, not even for a month stretch at a time. And what we're doing is sustainable because not only are we scoring 31.5 points a game, we are leaving so much more on the field. There's still a bunch of meat on the bone. Not just talking cartilage and gristle. There's still dark and white meat and a little bit of skin on the side. We had chances. We put up 34 in a C-plus performance last week. Still 6 scoring drives with 2 turnovers and 4 punts. It's instant offense, baby, and it's not microwavable over here. This is cooked food, and we haven't even reached advanced ingredients yet. We haven't even really started to pour it on. So when people are like, Rio, do you think Washington has a chance at Baltimore on Sunday? Not only do I have a chance, I think we're going to win the game on Sunday. I'm not going to give you the full prediction yet, but I feel confident going into any stadium with number 5 behind the center. We have a chance every week. And they also, Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs, he said, Dan Quinn got him feeling himself. He going to have you with that swagger. He's going to instill a confidence in you that makes you feel like you can do anything. Dan Quinn, me and 90% of our fan base, we were not familiar with your game. We apologize. We were not familiar with your game. You heard all the jokes, all the trolling we did at that picture of Dan Quinn at Dulles Town Center. And I seen a tweet today that said, Dan Quinn has done in 5 weeks what Ron Rivera said it takes 3 to 5 years to do. And that is instill a culture. Maybe 3 to 5 years to contend, but instilling a culture should not take 3 to 5 years. You already see a cultural facelift, cleansing, baptism of Ashburn, Commanders Park, Northwest Stadium, all of the above. You see it on the field. You see it off the field. You see the way that they're conducting business. You see the professionalism. We have adults running the show now. And boy, do we have an adult behind the center. Jayden Daniels marvels and does something new each week that gets everybody talking. And I'm looking at the current contractual obligations of the other quarterbacks in the division. Between Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, and Daniel Jones, that is a combined $151 million this year between those quarterbacks. 60, 41, and $50 million a year for those 3 quarterbacks. Jayden is making $9 million in 2024 pre-taxes. $9 million. He's making like 90% less than the highest paid quarterback in this division. And he's playing better than all of them. He's playing mistake-free football. And even when he does make mistakes, we bounce right back at it. 2 turnovers, a few punts, and we still had 6 scoring drives, 4 touchdowns, and 2 field goals. We're passing the ball. We're running the ball. We're doing whatever we want to on offense each week. Shout out Nikki, by the way. Whatever we want to. And it starts with Cliff Kingsbury, and it starts with our quarterback, Jayden motherfucking Daniels. Put some respect on his name. Don't try to nitpick and argue about things he's not doing on Sunday, because there's a good chance, unless you like 2 or 3 teams in the league that are not us right now, our quarterback is most likely playing better than yours while still learning on the fly. The training wheels are coming off brick by brick as the weeks go by. Bears fans are like, but our quarterback is doing arithmetic. He's doing advanced algebra too. Make him do pre-algebra next time, and he wouldn't have so many turnovers and so many struggling ball games. Love Caleb. See you in a couple weeks, Caleb Williams. You're not on the schedule right now. Can we beat the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday? Absolutely. Will we? We shall see. To be determined at a later date. Our ops see it. Our ops see it. We got Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles superstar players fawning over our rookie quarterback. That was not happening with any of the past guys. This is real. This ain't 2012. This ain't some rinky-dink read option college offense that has one reads. We got a lot going on over here, and we're the number one scoring offense in the league for a reason. We've scored the most points in the league. Number 2 right behind us is the Baltimore Ravens. So this has the feel of that, possibly that Chiefs-Rams game a few years ago that was like 50-something to 40-something, but I don't think you're going to see that much points scored in this one. But I have a good feeling that when that clock hits 0, we are going to be the bells of the ball and the talk of the town throughout the NFL world. Because, wow, all that they ain't played nobody shit, it will immediately dissipate, and the whole world will be looking like, holy shit, the Commanders are a top 2 team in the NFL after taking down the 2-time MVP. We know how the Ravens conduct business. We know how they conduct. They got the best front office in the game. They draft better than anybody else in the league. Ozzie Newsome passed it down to Eric DeCosta. It is a well-oiled machine in Baltimore. And we're building to get to the level of professionalism, dominance, and sustainability that the Baltimore Ravens have. But I think we can go up there and we could put it on them on Sunday. I watched what the Las Vegas Raiders did to them. Not even going to mention the Chiefs because we're not on that level, and I'm not going to put us there. A much better football team than the Las Vegas Raiders. Much better football team than the Las Vegas Raiders. Ravens had a 10-point lead at home to Gardner Minshew and the Raiders, and Devontae Adams rubbed his nuts across that field and found a way to pull the Raiders on top in the waning moments of that game. Jayden Daniels is not Gardner Minshew. Our running game is not their running game. We may not have Devontae Adams, but Terry is finding his man on a regular basis. He also left meat on the bone on Sunday. So just know this ain't the Washington team that y'all played in 2020 when Lamar Jackson was ice skating up and down an empty FedEx field. Just know it ain't that. We play each other every 4 years, so it's time to get back together and get after it. I like Washington's chances. And apparently so does Trevon Diggs and Micah Parsons. That's all I got for right now. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. It's Ravens week, baby. Battle of the Beltway edition. Rambling about Washington all week. Let's talk about it. 4-1. We at the top of the division. Talk to us nicely. I'm out.